Hello, church family. I hope you're having a great day. I want to jump back into Luke where we started last week. We were looking at a lot of different things and looking at the John and the angel uh, and talking about John and the birth of John and talking about Zacharias and the angel Gabriel. And so I want to get right back into that. If you remember, it says in verse number 19, and the angel answered and said to him, I am Gabriel, who stands in the presence of God, who was sent to speak to you and bring you these glad tidings. But behold, you will be mute and not able to speak until the day these things take place, because you did not believe my words, which will be fulfilled in their own time. And the Bible says in 21 that, and the people waited for Zacharias and marveled that he lingered so long in the temple. But when he came out, he could not speak to them, and they perceived that he had seen a vision in the temple, for he beckoned to them and remained speechless. It's amazing because so many times God promises things to us, like the angel Gabriel did here to Zacharias. He told him he was going to have a son. He told him his wife was going to give birth to a son. But yet his faith, even though he had waited so long, he had longed to see this. And finally he was at the pinnacle. T.D. Jakes preached a message one time that the Lord just reminded me of. And it was entitled, Don't Drown in Shallow Waters. In other words, don't make it through the depth of the storm, the hardest part of the storm, and get to the part where you can walk to shore after the storm almost destroyed you, after you can swim to shore. Don't drown in shallow waters. um, Here, this is what was happening to Zacharias. He had believed God for the miracle. He had looked to God for the miracle. He had prayed for the miracle. He had waited on the miracle, and the miracle is now has arrived, but he had a moment where he couldn't accept it. Is your miracle knocking on your front door? Is your miracle at the fingertips? The house that you wanted so long, is it right there, but you have yet to accept it? The relationship that God is giving you, is it right there, but you have yet to embrace it? Is the business that you've longed to own right there, but you're scared to receive the invoice? Let me elaborate on that a little bit. There's something going over the internet right now. It says so many people want to be business owners, but they don't want the invoice. What that means is, in this saying, what that means is you want to own the business, but you don't want to pay and work hard enough to pay the invoices that takes what it takes to keep the business going. I understand that as a business owner. You might have $10,000 come in and $20,000 go out. The invoices may be more than what you have, but you have to be willing to figure out how to pay the invoices. That's how faith works. You got to be willing to accept. You got to be willing to believe. You got to be willing to trust. God has something special for somebody that's watching, but you have yet to get down and really pray and really believe and really trust God for what it is He wants to give you. So I want to encourage you this year not to want a new gun or a new bicycle or a new car. Why don't you long for the gift that God has for you? Because God has a great gift. Can you just believe Him for it this Christmas season? God bless you.